Hello everyone, this is Jimmy Singh, broker owner of Supermax Realty, 647-961-2639. Welcome to my channel Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. Folks, in today's video, I like to answer a question put forward by one of our team members. So he posted a question yesterday. He said, what happened if you're representing a buyer and you put a conditional offer on inspection and financing for 5 days, and within 5 days, if you don't get the financing in place and you want to back out of the deal, what happened to the deposit if seller refused to sign the mutual release? First thing is, if you are a realtor working for a buyer, you have to be prepared that in the event the condition is not met, the release of the deposit, is never automatic. And seller actually has to agree to sign a mutual release for you to get the money back. So let's say if the seller refused to release the deposit, then the only recourse for the buyer is to sue the seller and the deposit holder, take him to the small claim court. Typically in this situation, buyer in a very, brisk market is kind of upset because now they have to incur the cost and time to get their money back from the court system. And even they have to pay money to their lawyer to get their legal advice. And especially if the deposit is large enough, these days the average price is hovering around $1 million and you're putting 40, 50, 60,000 deposit. And many of these buyers won't be in a position to purchase another property until they get their money back. So if you're a buyer agent, you should be protecting your clients from these kind of uncooperative, sellers. And then basically sometimes they think in their mind that I'm not going to release the money because of the bad faith, or maybe in multiple offers, a buyer bid way over asking and now they have a cold feet. So good faith is very, very important anytime you're making, any offers. And my suggestion always is, seek legal, a counsel before you put any clauses in the agreement. Run it through your lawyer or experienced broker. And typically, I can recommend you put this kind of wording in your Schedule A of the agreement. The agreement, the clause should say, the seller agrees in the event that the buyer does not waive the conditions within the dates and times set out in this agreement and the amendments. The seller give the deposit holder or the brokerage or any other party holding the deposit an irrevocable direction to release the deposit to the buyer without the necessity of a mutual release signed by either party. So what happens is, if you're giving money in a trust account to a brokerage, or if there is a situation where the money is held by a lawyer, the seller has to give a direction in the agreement that there's no requirement for the mutual release. So mutual release is a special form which agents use in case the deal doesn't go through. The deposit money is given back to the buyers. But again, anytime you're making an offer, go with the best intentions. And if you can simply say, oh, my mortgage doesn't happen, the seller might come back and say, show me a letter of the bank stating that you've been declined mortgage. Because what happened, if you put yourself in seller situation, they have an offer date, then there's like 6 offers and they picked your offer because of the best price or whatever. And after 7 days, you say, sorry, I didn't get the financing. They have to start promoting the property again and go back into the market. And in the meantime, they lost all those qualified deals or all those qualified buyers. They probably bought something else. And the reason I use this clause, guys, is because of certain benefits. Number one is the deposit no longer becomes an issue between the buyer and the seller. and obviously there's no agent situation in there, and obviously the seller can sue the buyer for damages if the property is sold less than what is expected, and they can prove the buyer didn't act in a good faith with respect to these conditions, right? And the other good part is the deposit can now actually be given back to the buyer, as the condition clause states in the agreement of purchase and sale. And now the buyer is free to put an offer on another property with the deposit money in his pocket. And lastly, obviously, as an agent or a brokerage, you are not now stuck in the middle of this dispute. And as a broker, if I have a deal in my brokerage where both the parties are not releasing the monies, and after 2 years I have to give the money back to a real estate council, and then they have to go to small claim court to get the money back. So hope this video helped. Again, this video is for a situation where the seller doesn't agree to pay the deposit back to the buyer, if even the conditions are not met within 5 days. If you have more questions, reach out to your knowledgeable real estate lawyer for the guidance. And if you are any agent looking to join a brokerage to sell properties anywhere in Greater Toronto Area, Golden Horseshoe, London, Windsor, reach out to me, Supermax Realty, at 647-961-2639 for a free consultation. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.